it's Kalissa here with a new challenge video, but first make sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. Today I'm going to be crunching down on a cheap art supplies challenge using my watercolors. So right now I'm just showing the supplies that I'll be using. The lighter colored paper is mixed media from Walmart, and you can tell it's a stronger paper because it's not as flimsy as the other one, which is a little bit more tan, and it's from a watercolor kit I got a while back. I think the name of it was like Reuse, maybe. And now we can talk about the minors, which would be pencils. And for the cheap paper, I'm going to be using mechanicals. So I don't really consider a mechanical pencil to be a cheap material, but it'll just have to do for this one, especially against like this super fancy Artist Loft pencil that's made for art. Along with this artist eraser that's made for erasing art. So I also got this really cute animal eraser pack that I feel is not going to turn out too well because they feel like plastic, but we'll just see how it goes. And since I forgot to film watercolor palettes, I'll just put it right here for you. There's the names: Crayola, Mission Gold, yeah. Alright, we're going to start sketching away now. So for this challenge, I decided to go for something simple. So I chose to go for this cute girl in a kimono with a flower crown, you know, simple, basic. Also, you'll see in a minute after I finish sketching this girl that I magically just sketched an identical, and that's because I have a light box. And don't get me wrong, windows work perfectly fine, but I feel like a light box is a good investment that I would totally refer to anyone who tends to like their sketches more than their inked versions. It's definitely a help, especially if like after you paint it and it just doesn't look as good as you wanted it to. This is just, that's the way to go. It's a good investment. And we're back, and you automatically notice how much cleaner the mechanical pencil lines are compared to the artist pencils. So you see, this should have been my first indicator about how bad this was going to turn out, because clean lines are just impossible on watercolor paper unless it's just this cheap. So I decided to start with the cheap paper, and I automatically realized I was too slow for this paint. I should have tested the paint out beforehand, and I didn't, and it dried so quickly, so I had a lot of trouble blending and making anything look very clean. And over time I got a little bit better after realizing my time blocks, but if I wasn't careful, it would bleed all over, and just prepare yourself for this because it's a nightmare. And as you can see, oh my goodness, Crayola and layers do not even belong in the same universe. It was a disaster zone. But it's okay, because after this, I'm gonna give you a non-cringeworthy art video to make your day less stressful. So I now realize that I didn't talk about the different brush types, and that's because I don't own a brush that I would consider cheap. And most of my brushes are supplies from Walmart that are acrylic brushes, but I love how they take in the water, and yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have any of those little plasticky bristle ones here, so I couldn't really do a cheap brush, you know. Sorry. Also, I didn't really mention the fact that you don't see a lot of this painting in the video because, well, that's because I need work. I'm just now starting out my channel, and I definitely have realized a lot of things that you have to pay attention to, and that'll be a video for the future, is like all the things I've learned about being a YouTuber and what mistakes not to make, because it's really easy to make mistakes. And we're almost at the final result. I went back and lined the works in the watercolor that they like came with. So Crayola was in Crayola watercolor black, and my Mission Gold was in the Mission Gold colors. As you can see, wow, there's such a difference. Like, it's really, I was kind of surprised because I felt like Crayola would be